JT in his rearview mirror. He goes back out to kick this one off. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
10 logo.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's McSorley. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here we go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. 3rd down, they're going to throw for it with McSorley. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
And the Raven first down.
On the set.
51. You don't want that, baby. You don't want that. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Here we go. Ready?
On 2nd down and 4. McSorley toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd and 4.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Alert 3. Watch out.
On 3rd down, Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Freeman. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw. Love. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's McSorley to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. McSorley, 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. 2nd and 10, it's McSorley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Alpha. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw. Love. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 43.
Ready? Defense wins championships, baby. Echo. Go.
Throwing on first down. Love. That's complete to Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
You go tight. You got squeeze, get in there. Ready.
They run. Robinson.
You ain't going nowhere.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. McSorley from the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's our time. It's our time. Ready, go!
Throwing again. Love. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
57's the mic. Watch smoke. Get this swerve on. 57. Let's go.
On first down, Love. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Mike 40, Mike 40. I got it. Hey, 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike. Hey, me and you, I'll go. I'm coming after you. Let's go.
Back to throw. Love. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They go play action now with McSorley. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. McSorley sets to pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Robinson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing is McSorley. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Freeman again. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, and just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
14 more yards. And the Broncos first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. He's got his big tight end, Fant. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go again.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Kenny Galladay. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On 2nd and 10. McSorley going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now McSorley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. This quarterback now just 5 of 16 throwing the ball, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 19 yards away, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
64, weak. Hey, orbit. Get it.
McSorley once more looks to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Freeman, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Freeman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Hey, Mike Seltzer. Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Christian Kirk, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire.
And he's going to go down again. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Able to locate his running back open downfield. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Now how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, here's McSorley. He's got his man. It's Andrews. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
60 orange. Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4. By 7, let's go. Mike 50, Mike 50. Ricky. Yay. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Drop deep.
On 1st and 10, Love. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo.
Come on, QB, come on.
Out of the shotgun, McSorley. He's going to let it fly. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
To throw again. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense.